Welcome back to Money Moves. Today, we're talking about something everyone needs to watch out for.
Welcome to Money Moves Podcast, the financial podcast without all the fluff.
We're Molly and Caroline, two financial marketing coworkers turned besties, and we're here to help you take control of your cash.
We'll break down everything you need to know to make smart money moves and hopefully not bore you to death.
Think of us as your financial hype squad, bringing you real stories and tips to help you start stacking your cash.
So let's start making those money moves.
We are not financial experts. We are just two regular people. Always do your own research and ask a professional for personalized advice.
All right.
Welcome back.
Man. So what are we talking about today? Something that we all need to watch out for.
Today, we're talking about fraud.
Oh, man.
Bum, 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 bum.
What a topic. What a loaded topic.
Yeah, I know. I feel like this could be a scary one, but we're going to try to approach it in a way that makes you feel very confident, very prepared, and ready to go. Because fraud is something that affects everyone. I feel like there's a common misconception that, it only affects certain age demographics or blah, blah, blah. But really, honestly, fraudsters are getting so smart. Yeah. They're using tactics like AI and deep fakes and really some pretty high tech tactics to try to get you to fall for some stuff. Yeah. So we just want to run through what is fraud.
Yeah. Some of the common
types.
That you see out there.
How to stay safe.
That's the most important.
That's always the most important. How can we help you still stay safe? Yeah. How can you spot it?
Yeah.
How do you even know that it's a fraudster if they're so smart?
Yes. No, they're not smart.
No, they're not smart.
We're going to show you and teach you how to be smarter.
Yeah. We're going to outsmart the smarties.
Yes. I have a stat for us, though.
Okay, yay.
So just not to scare you, but just to show how very real it is.
Okay.
So in the latest Bankrate financial fraud survey, it revealed that 1 in 3 adults in the U.S. have experienced fraud in the last 12 months.
Dang.
So I don't know about you guys, where you are, where you're listening or watching from, but there's 3 of us in the studio right now. So one of us probably has experienced fraud in the last 12 months. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Not me.
But it's real and
not me. Knock on wood.
I think it's me.
I actually think it's me.
It's something that
I have actually.
I was gonna say I'm pretty confident we've had a conversation about this.
No, because if I win coin toss, not me. I've never been a victim of fraud. Me proving everything right in one sentence. Okay, well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to share.
Yeah, it's fine.
To share with a class.
So, let's talk about what is fraud, Molly. Give me the rundown, since apparently I need a lesson in what it is.
Well, first I want to say that fraud in 2025, I think, is looking a little bit different than what you typically think. I think for a very long time, it was like, oh, your card's getting stolen, your credit card number at the gas pumps, on skimmers.
Your checks being ripped out of the mailbox.
Checks out of the mailbox. But because of technology and because of how much more we are online these days, there's just so many ways you can, take precautions to help you stay more secure, but there are just different ways now that fraud happens. So fraud is basically anytime someone gets access to your information, your account, your card, any of those things, and they do transactions on your account that you did not authorize or approve. I mean, there's just we'll jump into some types of fraud. That way we can really narrow it down.
Okay, cool. So now that we kind of know what fraud is looking like right now, who are the people who are affected by fraud currently? Because I feel like I said earlier, people think it's certain demographics, but I feel like working at a financial institution, we have a good understanding that it is way more widespread than I think people might think it is.
Yeah, I agree. Well, first of all, let's just go through the different ones.
Yeah.
You could experience fraud as a young person because you may be interested in, let's say, a brand online and they want you to become a brand ambassador, and it may be
get those on Instagram
a scam.
DMs.
Yeah, it may not be real. You could be going to college and get a fake scholarship application sent to you because they're trying to get access to your account.
Okay.
You could be an adult who just gets a call from their local financial institution pretending to be your local financial institution, and it's not. Or you could be someone that maybe, you're later in life and you're looking for new relationships and friends, and they may be an imposter and pretend to be wanting to be your friend or be in a relationship with you. So, but really any of those scenarios that we just talked about could really happen to anyone.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing though that I was reading is that Gen Z, according to a Deloitte survey, is 3 times more likely to fall victim of a scam or fraud.
See, that's so interesting to me because I would never have guessed that.
I wouldn't have either. But after like we were researching for this podcast episode, it kind of, some of the reasons why it kind of makes sense.
Okay,
so,
hit me.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Hit me. So Gen Z is targeted a lot more because they are always online. They're used to being online. They grew up with technology. So it's because they're just, their presence is there. Their digital footprint is there. And so let me pause for a second, talk about digital footprint. Yeah. Footprint. For just a second. So your digital footprint tells so much about you and gives scammers so much information. Yep. And so that could be what you intentionally post. So like your stories, your post on social media. There could be location tags that you post on social media with where you are. That's giving scammers just more information. It could tell that you're not home, or it could tell when you got married. Now they have maybe a possible password information about you.
Ooh.
So that is what you're giving out. But there's also the stuff that you don't give out, like just your phone being connected to Wi-Fi, your TV being connected to your Wi-Fi. That is all giving access to the internet world, to your digital footprint and what it's saying about you. So again, it kind of aligns with Gen Z specifically because they are online more. They're more connected with technology.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that.
Yeah.
The other one is convenience over caution. And I feel like I fall victim of this too.
Yeah. I feel like that is really prevalent in this day and age of like, man, I was just talking with someone about this with Amazon is sometimes you just give stuff up for convenience. Like it's just so convenient that you really like succumb to whatever else is convenience over everything.
I agree. And like sometimes I'll even get sponsored ads. There's one in particular that I've gotten and they're getting me good because I really want what they're showing.
Okay.
And then when I go to like I'll act like I'm going to order it because that's just how I do. I add things to cart and then I try to think about it. And one day my husband was like, Molly, you know that's fake. That is not real. That is fraud. And I'm like, but it's so nice. I want to get it.
Yeah.
And so I sat on it and I got the sponsored ad again. Finally, I did some research and it was a fake website. Like it wasn't even real.
Dang.
But like I was so quick to like purchasing it that quickly because I wanted it and it was convenient and I was sitting in my chair just relaxing.
Yeah.
So I get that. 100%.
I do too. Yeah.
Another one, the reason why Gen Z is targeted a little more is because Gen Z is really interested in investments and exploring those opportunities.
Yeah, like the side hustle of it all.
Yeah, and side hustles. And so sometimes, you know, people will reach out pertaining to be, hey, here's a side hustle to work remote and do this. And it's not actually a real job. Or it's some type of make quick money investment strategy of sort, and it's not real. Excuse me, sorry.
You're good.
So that's another one. So, I mean, it makes sense, but honestly, anybody can fall victim to it at any time.
Yeah, that is still surprising to me, though. So
I have another game for us for this episode.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to test your knowledge.
Okay.
So these are some stats that I found while researching, and I'm turning them into questions to see, like, how close we are.
Okay.
So the first one is, in 2024, according to the Federal Trade Commission, how much money did consumers lose to fraud? What number would you say? We've broken her.
In my head, I'm like, is a trillion bigger than a billion? I would think $1 billion.
$1 billion. Like 1 billion?
Is that a lot? Maybe that's too much.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
I'm going to say $1 billion.
$1 billion. Okay. You're not too far off. $12.5 billion.
What?
Yeah. That's just in 2024.
Wait, that's crazy.
I know. And it just keeps going up. So, like, hopefully you'll get some tips today.
$12 billion?
Yeah, to help knock that number down.
Whoa. Okay.
Here's the next one.
Okay.
In 2024, the most commonly reported type of scam was a lottery scam.
False.
Correct.
Ain't no way. Wait, is it 2024?
Yeah.
I was about to say it's the text message where they send you the license plate.
Oh. Well, okay. So do you know which one was the most then?
That text message where they send you the license plate.
It's the imposter scam. Which, I mean, maybe imposter scams?
Like imposter, like Among Us?
No, like people pretending to be like the Social Security office or your bank.
Oh,
the imposters.
Yes, the imposters. Yes, that would make sense.
What's
Actually,
that?
I would also say that's probably every year's highest one, but okay.
Yes. Now, investment scams cause the biggest money losses.
Okay.
But
well, that
imposter
makes sense.
scams was the most common.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But hey, 2025 they're coming for the driver's license or the license plate one.
Yeah, you never know.
One's up
you
there.
never know. Okay, true or false? We're switching it up. In 2024, text messages were the number one way scammers contacted people. This is tricky.
True. Wait, false. Phone.
Email was number one.
Wow, I hate that for me.
Followed by text message.
Okay.
So you wasn't.
No, I switched to phone at the very last second.
Phone calls and then text messages were the number one way scammers contacted people. And I think that is still true for 2025.
Wait, you said emails?
Emails, then text messages and phone calls.
Okay.
Sorry.
Email, text, phone. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You confused me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you.
It's okay. I'm easily
I have
confused.
one more for you.
Okay.
Okay. According to the Federal Trade Commission again,
okay,
Gen Z lost over how many $1 million to scams in 2022 alone?
50
million?
Yeah.
210 million. Just for Gen Zers.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, I think that number tells us again why they're targeted.
We got to get those numbers down a little bit.
Yeah. So let's talk about these types of scams. Let's talk about one of those common ones that we just saw the stats for.
Yeah, let's talk about number one off the rip. Let's talk about email scams.
Yes.
Which we know from, we go through some IT training here at a financial institution as phishing scams.
Yes, phishing scams. Yeah. They're phishing.
They sound fun, but they're not.
They're not.
They are not.
For your info. So it could be that you get an email from Amazon or Amazon or your financial institution, quote unquote, saying that your payment method is no longer working or your account has been locked.
Yeah.
Click this link to update it.
Yeah.
No.
I get the Amazon like, you have suspicious activity. Click now. It's like, right now? Yeah. I'm busy.
That's a tactic. That's a tactic scammers use. They like create this urgency and want you to like freak out. So good job. You're doing exactly what everyone does.
I mean, oh yeah.
And that's the whole point of how they're trying
I
to
usually
get you.
just delete those because I'm like, if they really want to get me, if they really want to get a hold of me, they'll get a hold of me.
I always say, if I get an email about an account or something, I'm not clicking anything in that email. I'm going to go log into my account.
Yeah.
Whether it's Amazon, social media, whatever. I'm never clicking those links.
That's a good tactic. You should bring that up later.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Okay, so email for me is probably like, I know it's number one for a lot of people, but for me, I'm just like, if it don't look right to me, I just delete it.
Delete and move on.
Don't open anything in an email because you don't want the malware on your computer. That's what scares me about email ones. Like, I guess the text message ones are less scary to me, but email, I'm like, I picture the like classic like computer screen absolutely going black with all the numbers and
like Matrix up on there.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'd opt to delete, which I feel like is a safe bet.
I'll tell you though, I don't know what this is in me. I don't know why. I think it's because scammers, I'm like, you're not that good, but like, let's see how good you trying to think you be.
Yeah.
When I see those emails and clearly it's from like Silly Bob at GGGmail, you know, I know that's fraud. Yeah. And they'll have an attachment. Like, I know it's fraud, but I want to just see what's in there.
See what's in there.
So, but don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, let's talk about the next one.
Okay, next one we'll talk about is Vishing. Which is
voice fraud?
Yes. So this is scam phone calls, which I feel like hard for me to imagine that wasn't number one because I feel like I get at least 6 spam phone calls a day.
Yeah, every hour.
But yeah, this is where someone will call you and pretend to be your financial institution, a government agency, someone with authority to get you to act now. And these are one of the ones that are getting like a little bit more scary as tech gets further along because honestly, some scammers are using AI to impersonate loved ones, to impersonate people who sound local. I know that that's one that we've seen, is like people using AI to make the voice on the phone sound like it's someone from your community with like a rural accent, which like I feel like I would be way more apt to fall for than a different one.
I've actually gotten those, and they're pretty good because you're like, okay, because they can spoof phone numbers sometimes, depending. And so it looks like it's the organization calling. It sounds like, your local person down the road. And everything about it feels real. But there's one moment in the conversation where it's like, nope, this is definitely fraud. And that is when they ask you for your account number, your bank login information. Because really, if your financial institution is calling you for that, they already have that information. They don't need it from you.
They don't need that from you.
So that's like when it's like, oh, they asked me for my online banking login. This is not something they already have that. They're not going to ask me for that.
And in terms of like what they're saying, like we were saying before with emails, it'll be something to create that sense of urgency, that like act now, move now, something is compromised, like blah, blah, blah. Or if they are using an AI voice, it could be impersonating a loved one who needs you to send money to them right now. So in those scenarios, when you are really unsure, always just hang up and don't engage, and call back the number that you know is actually who you're supposed to be speaking to.
Okay, let's jump into text message.
Text messages.
This is,
which is called Smishing.
Oh, yes.
Because text messages are SMS messages.
Smishing.
So Smishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
These I keep getting my Smishing text message. I probably get it at least once a week that I need to go pick up my FedEx parcel if they've tried to deliver it 20 times,
I'm telling you right now, for me, it's the tolls. The driving tolls. Your license plate is blah, blah, blah. I get so many of those.
That's crazy. I haven't been anywhere, actually.
Like, the first one that got me, because my husband and I drove to New York and then back, I was like, did we miss a toll somewhere along the way? And Dylan was like, we didn't even go through that state. I was like, oh, okay, you're right.
You're right. So again, don't click those links in text.
No, don't do it.
Don't respond. She said don't
do it.
Okay, tell us about the next scam that we might see.
Yeah, the next scam is the imposter scam, which is apparently the most common type of scam. So this is someone pretending to be a loved one, a romantic partner, a person of power. And I think that kind of trickles off into what you were saying before with the imposters of, government agencies, financial institutions. That all kind of falls into that same category. And again, they're faking voices. So it goes along with the phone call one of, if you're getting a imposter scam, they're getting a lot smarter, and they're using that AI to push along their tactics. Like we said with the phone calls, the tactic for this one is slow down. Like, slow down and really listen to what they're saying. Yeah. Are the facts adding up? Like, if it is a loved one or a romance partner, why do they need that money? Like, they don't need it, right? There's no reason really that they would need it instantaneously.
Right.
So slow down, think about it.
That's a big thing.
Hang up, call the person that you know. And if they're not contacting you through phone and it's through email, reach out to that person in a different way and see if it's legit or not.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Next one up is online shopping or marketplace scams.
Don't talk to me about this one.
Have you felt victim of this?
For me. We'll get to it in coin toss potentially.
Said too recently. Okay. So basically, these types of scams are deals online that seem too good to be true. Which,
they are.
That's a good rule to follow. Yeah, they are. They're too good to be true. Or it's fake listings on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, eBay, all those like selling type of things. You just got to be extra careful when looking at items that you want to purchase for those, because there's a lot of fraud even in those.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Next on the list is job and check fraud, which is something that I learned about while doing research for this episode. So apparently, remote positions after 2020 were popping up everywhere. Yeah. And something that they can do is they can offer you a position that is fully remote, and they'll send you a check to buy equipment and then ask you to send the rest back. But when they do that, when you send that amount back, the check will bounce and the money will be gone from your account. So like, if you're getting a job and they're asking you to buy stuff up front, I feel like that's like a big red flag. Yeah,
you should like look out for. Because I know when we came to work here, they didn't ask me to buy anything up front. They didn't ask me to buy anything, period.
Yeah. So I find that one, and that's also check fraud. So that's a very typical way of doing that. But that was a little bit of news to me. I didn't really realize that. So
some of the other things I saw for jobs was like if the job sounds like it's making really good money, but you're barely doing anything, like too easy, too good to be true again. Like that's also like
it usually is. Yeah.
It usually is.
And kind of like weaving right into that, the next one is brand ambassador scams, which I feel like as becoming an influencer or online creative jobs become a lot more prevalent. This is something that I feel like people can easily fall into where a brand reaches out to you to be an ambassador claiming that they have some type of offer for you and it's just not true at all. They can say that you need to purchase some brand products and that by doing this you'll get money back or you'll get a deal or a percentage back or something like that. And that's often just not true at all.
Yeah. And even if there are some that do that, like the reward for that is very low. Like you're not going to make any money off of it if that is your goal. But yeah, it's crazy. I get the brand ambassador and nobody's coming at me for my style, first of all.
The one that I get crazy amounts of it for is, I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast, but my dog's Instagram has quite a few followers, and I get hit up with brand stuff all the time that's just beyond fake. It's crazy.
Normally, if they want you to promote their product, they're just going to send it to you for free.
100%.
And you promote it. So check out for that.
Yep.
So this one I think is pretty relevant. You know, it's back to school right now. Everyone's getting ready or already started. And that is scholarship scams that can happen. So if you are in college or you're fixing to start college and you're looking for scholarships, be careful because the tactic that scammers are using is you fill out this application. They'll say, oh, you've been awarded this scholarship grant. All we need is your account number to deposit the money into. And it's not real. So like really do your research when you're applying for these scholarships to make sure they're credible places and they're not just one-off random scammy type things, because
that's really good to keep in mind.
Yeah, because I know like when I was applying to colleges and trying to get scholarships and things, I was filling out everything left and right. It didn't matter. I was like, I'll take any scholarships you give me.
100%.
So like I could see how easy it is just to like go through the flow. You're filling out all this paperwork.
Especially with the excitement of thinking you got one too. Like I can see where it's easy to get wrapped up into that. So again, it goes with the message we're saying of slow down, really think about it. And if you have any gut feelings about it, just do some research on it.
Yeah. And then our last one is cash app scams, meaning like when you send money to people using any of the cash apps that are out there. One thing to keep in mind is that when you send money to someone, that is the same as if I was to hand Caroline right now $20 and she walked out the door. I can never get that money back.
No,
so if there are...
It's mine now.
It's mine now. If there are fraud moments in cash app transactions, you can't dispute those because it's like literally you handing someone cash, you know, out on the street.
Yeah. So. And I know cash apps are getting a little bit better about like being able to recall your money. So if you are really hesitant about a transaction, be sure to see what precautions the cash app that you're using has to recall your money. A lot of them don't, but some of them do. So if they do have that, be sure to, if you're feeling a little weird about something, be sure to look into what your cash app has available to protect yourself before making a transaction.
It's best just to send it to people that you know.
Yeah.
Really.
Verified sources. Yeah.
Verified sources. Okay, so that is all like the different types of scams that we're seeing.
There's a lot of them.
There are a lot. I'm sure there's more that we didn't even cover because there's just, unfortunately, there's a lot of fraud. So let's talk about the psychology of scams real quick, just to kind of give people some things to look out for.
Yeah, and we've kind of hit on it as we went throughout the different methods, but you know, when people are trying to get you to act on a scam, they're trying to create a sense of urgency. They want you to do it now so that you don't overthink what you're doing. So when we were talking about tactics, that's why Molly and I kept saying, you know, slow down, slow down, slow down. That is the #1 tip that we could probably give on the psychology of what they're trying to do to you.
Yeah. I think another tactic or the psychology behind scammers that they use is this sense of excitement. Like, you've won this, or we've selected you.
Yeah.
And so then it gets you excited. You're like, okay, me? Little old me?
I think on the exact flip side of that, there's also the psychology tactic of fear, which is you won't have access to this. Everything is going to leave your account. Like, you won't be able to get back in. So then I think both the excitement and the fear play into that sense of urgency to get you to move faster because you're either excited or you're scared.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I agree. And then I think another one that is pretty common that you see is just this sense of trust. Like, you know, your financial institution or the government's calling you. They try to create this trust, and it sounds like someone you may know, and it's not. It's a scammer, or they're using AI to sound like someone. So that's just another part of that psychology of a scam that scammers will use.
Yeah. So those red flags that you're going to want to watch out for are, you know, pressure to act quickly, requesting you to break a normal habit that you have formed for your finances or a routine that you have. Trying to confuse you using confusing language or just trying to muddle what they're trying to say over the phone or via email is just not very clear. And then another red flag is secrecy. If you feel like they're not giving you 100% of an answer to a question, and that kind of plays in with the confusion, those are all things to look out for in these tactics that we have talked about.
Yeah, that's so true. And really, just with any of these, I think we've said it a few times, it's slow down. Don't
click the link. Don't click the link.
Hang up. Like, honestly, if we call you and it's really us, or even if I call you as your friend and it's really me and you have a suspicion that it's not really me and you hang up on me, like, I'm okay with it because you're trying to protect yourself. The credit union is the same way. Like, if you call us or we call you and you hang up on us and call us directly, we're not going to be upset. Like, we're going to be like, they're doing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're being 100%. Careful and making sure they're keeping their information safe.
Yeah. Another thing that you can do to kind of watch out for these things is making sure you're taking advantage of all of the security precautions that your financial institution has for you. So setting up those account alerts, setting up card alerts. Like, I know at our credit union, we have Control My Card, which is great because there's a amount threshold that alerts me every single time there's a transaction that goes above that amount. You can set all different types of customizable alerts. You can turn your card on or off. I actually know a couple of members who turn their card off at night when they go to bed every night so that nothing happens to their card. And I kind of love that. Like, I think that's a really interesting tactic to prevent like anything from happening overnight. And then another one is using multi-factor authentication. So if there's a way that you can add that extra layer of security to any of your super important accounts, whether it's your money or not, I mean, set that up if you can.
Yes. All right. Well, let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
And instead of talking about losing your money, let's talk about tossing your money.
Yeah, let's toss it up.
I couldn't transition that very well.
You were doing so well with transitions.
I was shy. It's time for our favorite time, and that is coin toss.
Coin toss. Which is where we flip a coin to decide the winner and the loser of the coin toss, which the winner gets to talk about a credit card confessional, a money story time, pretty much anything they want to talk, save or splurge,
anything.
Pretty much whatever the winner wants to talk about. And the loser has to talk about a money win for the week, which isn't really a loss.
Which isn't really a loss. I don't remember whose turn it is.
I think it's yours. I think I flipped last time.
So you got to call?
Okay.
You got to call it. All right, you ready?
Tails.
Wait, I didn't even toss it. Okay.
Tails.
Here we go. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Heads.
Ooh. She got heads.
Okay. Well, I guess mine is kind of a confessional moment because it taps into our last episode.
Okay.
With the Labubu's and the Bunny Lulus.
Okay.
They're back. Just so everyone knows. They're back.
Wait, did you ever get the falufu?
This is the thing, Molly.
In the mail?
This is why this is a confessional. And it goes so perfectly with this episode because no, I never got my Labubu in the mail.
Scammed.
I got scammed by TikTok Shop, and I moved too quickly because of how bad I wanted a Labubu, and I needed to slow down. And so I had to. This is so embarrassing, but I'm just going to talk about it. So I had to open a dispute with my bank to get it back. And I had to provide all the email receipts and blah, 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 blah. And at one point, they were like, what is a Labubu? And I was like, oh
here we go.
Here we go. Oh. It's a collectible figurine doll type thing that you put onto your bag. Anyway, long story short is that I'm confessing that I fell victim to this fraud moment because I never got it. But it's also kind of a win because I did actually get it back. So
okay,
I
great.
got my money back.
That's awesome.
That I will spend on a new Labubu.
That we'll try again.
Yeah, we'll try again.
We'll try again.
We'll get him next time, team.
Oh, man. We'll get him next time. The Money Moves army will come and help you.
Come on, Money Moves gang. Let's find a Labubu.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's time for me to give him a money win.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so my money win is also off of last episode.
Okay, wait. I love connecting moments. Okay.
So, I said in the last episode that I probably would save my money on a Labubu.
Yeah.
Because it would be boo-booing down the road.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So one day, I'm telling on Caroline, Caroline and I are hanging out and she is talking about her Labubus. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, let me see your phone. And so she turns it around and she has the colors pulled up. And I was like, I'll like the purple one or the pink one. You pick and buy one for me. So my money win is that Caroline bought me a Labubu.
It's not a Labubu. It's the Bunny Lulu.
Oh, Bunny Lulu.
Yeah, it's a Bunny Lulu.
See, I'm new to this journey.
She's new. She's
but
learning,
that's my
folks.
money win. It's like, I didn't
that
bully
she
her.
has a friend.
She's just a great friend. And was like,
yeah.
Let me order it for you.
Listen, it's Prime Day, It's actually not Prime Day because I got it on TikTok Shop. I'm trying to make excuses. Honestly, I haven't had a money win in a few weeks. I would love to get a money win next week.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
you never know.
We'll see. Something could shake out in the wash for me.
Your money win is kind of that you were able to dispute and get your money back.
It is true.
That is your money win.
Yeah. Should I have spent it in the first place? No, but
I just hope that
I'll be back with the money win soon, guys.
I just hope that my Bunny Lulu, that's all safe and sound and all the things.
It'll be fine.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
But that's my money win. I was like, I cannot wait to share this on the podcast.
I'm dead. That's a good one. I'm glad we both wrapped it into our Bunny Lulus and Labubus.
This feels like an era for us, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We're in our bag charm era. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, that's it for this episode of Money Moves. If you loved what you heard or you want to send us some ideas or just reach out to us, you can email us at podcast@tvaCreditUnion.com.
And if you just can't get enough, you can find us on social media on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at TVA Credit Union.
And with that being said,
keep making those money moves.